Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda and this is Tawanda's Blessed Life. And on my channel, I do decorating on a budget, DIYs, and hauls with a sprinkle of migraine enlightenment. I also do social doc updates and lifestyle updates. So if that is something that you are interested in, go ahead and hit the subscribe button to join my YouTube family. I would greatly appreciate it. And today's video is a part of a playlist, the Bees and Ladybug playlist, and I will go into more details about the host and the co-host during the video. For this DIY, I have this small frame easel from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use my calendar from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use on the back side, the little pictures on the back, the one that says BU on it. I'm going to go ahead and remove that little clamp from my little frame here, and then I'm going to start to apply my Mod Podge. I am like at the bottom of this container, but I'm going to use it until it's completely empty. And then I'm going to go ahead and just start to apply my Mod Podge and then add my picture to my frame. Once my picture's in my frame, I'm actually going to use my blow dryer to dry it. I'm also going to just use my nail to get into those creases to make sure that the picture is laying down flat and into all of the creases on this little easel here. And then I'm going to dry it with my blow dryer. I will also give it a second coat, and I'm going to go back over it with some sandpaper to distress it. And that is going to be it for this. Actually, it's not. And then once that's complete, I have these little bumblebees, or these little bees. They came from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to use one of those up top. I'm going to glue it, I'm going to glue it to the top of the easel like it is holding it. And that's going to be it for this DIY. These are really easy and simple DIYs. And I actually plan on putting all of these DIYs in our bathroom to give it just a pop of color, because our bathroom is black and white. So I think this will be perfect for spring. And also because my husband's favorite team is Pittsburgh Steelers. And I feel like these are the perfect Pittsburgh Steelers colors to put in that bathroom, in our bathroom. So that is going to be it for this DIY. So you'll have to let me know what you think. And we are moving right along to our next DIY. I have this little autumn blessing sign from Dollar Tree. And then I have this napkin that says sweet as can be on it. And then I have this little beehive. I want to say this came from, I think, Dollar General maybe. And then I have some black paint and some white paint. And so I'm going to start off by going ahead and I painted my frame black, and then I painted the inside of it white. And then I went ahead and removed the extra plies from my napkin. And then I went ahead and just cut some of the napkins into some strips to put on the inner side of my shadow box. So I'm not going to use the front side of the picture frame. I'm going to use the inside to create a shadow box. And so once I have it painted, I'm going to go ahead and start to add my Mod Podge and start to add my pieces of napkin to the inside of my box. Once I place the strips inside of my shadow box, I'm going to let them dry for a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and start to add my larger piece of napkin to the inside of the box, or the center of my shadow box. I'm also going to use my blow dryer to dry it just to help speed up the process, and then I will go back over it and give it a second coat also. And then once I have that complete, I will go ahead and add I'm going to take that little beehive, and I have these small planters. I'm really not sure where they came from, but I'm going to take the beehive and hot glue it to the top of the planter so it looks like I'm going to make it like a plant, like a flower. And then once I have that hot glued to my shadow box, I'm going to go back and add 2 of the little bumblebees from Hobby Lobby. So let's go ahead and talk about today's playlist. Today's playlist is hosted by my sweet friends Melinda at the Crafty Doll and Donna at the Creole Crafter, and the guest host is Felicia at BOK Media Life. And I will have the links to all of the hosts and the guest hosts in my description box, along with the link to the playlist. If you could go ahead and click on the playlist to continue watching all of the lovely crafters videos, I would greatly appreciate it. So this is what it is currently looking like after I place the napkin in the center of my shadow box. Then I'm going to go back and take my blow dryer and I'm going to dry everything. Like I said, I'm also going to give it a second coat. And then I'm going to take my sandpaper and distress the outside of the shadow box. And once that's complete, I'm going to also go back over it with some Waverly Antique Wax and those distress areas that I did with the sandpaper. And then I will take, once that's complete, I'm going to take that little beehive, and I found these little flower pots. I'm not really sure where they came from. I was going through my stash and I found a couple because the beehive needed a little bit of height. And so I ended up hot gluing the beehive on top of the planter. I'm going to place it into my shadow box, and then I'm going to take those little bees and add those, and that is going to be it for this DIY. I absolutely love it. It's so cute. So you'll have to let me know what you think about this DIY. For this DIY, I have these watering leaves, and then I also have some ladybugs. And all I'm going to do is, the ladybugs are actually stickers, so I'm just going to go ahead and just stick those onto my watering leaves. And these I have placed in my plants in my living room, and that is going to be it for this DIY. It gives my plants that little extra pop of color with the ladybugs, and not only are they really easy and simple to make, they're actually really cute and extremely budget friendly. For this DIY, I'm going to take my picture frame, and I have this calendar from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use the picture that says honey for sale with the bee on it. And all I'm going to do is just add my picture into my picture frame, and that is going to be it for this DIY. Really easy and simple, and a really simple way to create some budget-friendly artwork. And so I actually have this in my laundry room area in my bathroom. So we are moving on to our last and final DIY for today. So I have this ribbon that one of my sweet friends gave to me, a cutting board. This came from Hobby Lobby. I have this fabric with the little beads on it, and I'm going to be using some fabric Mod Podge. I went ahead and used that black paint to paint the top of my cutting board. I also just gave it a light coat, and then I wiped it back some just to give it a little bit of distressing. And then I'm going to take my piece of fabric here. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to place it and get it lined up correctly. And I'm going to go ahead and start to attach it to my cutting board using my fabric Mod Podge. So I'm going to start off by just adding a little section just to make sure that I have it where I want it. And then I'm going to go back over it and just start to add some little sections at a time and attach my fabric. I'm also going to use my hair dryer to dry the fabric in the Mod Podge, and then once it's completely dry, I'm going to go over it using my sandpaper to sand off the edges of the fabric. And then I'm going to take that ribbon that my sweet friend gave to me, and I'm going to place the ribbon where the cutting board and the fabric meet. And then I'm also going to add a bumblebee to the top and the corner. And that's going to be it for this DIY. I would like to thank you all for spending part of your Wednesday with me. If you like what I am doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And please go ahead and click on the playlist in my description box to continue watching all of the lovely crafters videos. And like I always say, be nicer, be kinder. God will love you for it. And I hope you have a blessed day. And I will see you on Sunday. Goodbye.